Okay, I'm going to show you how to change an impeller on a Mastercraft XT21 2019. So right here is the new impeller and also the O-ring. We're going to need some WD-40, we'll need some various wrenches and some sockets. We're going to need an 8mm. First thing we're going to do is open up these seats. And we'll open up this seat as well, so we can get the engine. And then we'll open the latch for the engine. Okay, so then on the port side, we're going to have these little clips here. You just turn them. And then we'll end up taking this panel out. Now you have access to the engine. Now the water pumps back here, and the impeller is located right there. And I've never changed the impeller on this Mastercraft, so this is the original one. So you'll notice that the bolts actually are painted. So they're a little hard to get the 8mm socket on there. I'll just put it on and try to scrape a little bit of the paint off. And we'll get the last bolt out. Once we get the bolt out, we can pull the cover off. Now there's the impeller. It actually looks pretty good for being the original. We're going to spray it with some WD-40. And then I'm going to use some vice grips. I'm going to pull it out, which I heard is really hard to do. But that one came right out. So looking at it, it doesn't look that bad, but we'll end up putting the new one in. So what I like to do is just to start putting it in and kind of like just rotate it. Just keep rotating until you line up the key, and there you go. Pops it right in. Change out the O-ring, and we'll put the new O-ring in place. And then we'll put the cover back on. And we'll start by finger tightening the bolts. And once we get all the bolts in there finger tight, then we'll torque them down. You don't want to over torque them, but you also don't want water flooding your engine. Okay, there we go, it's all set. So now it's time to fake a lake. So we'll take this panel out. This way we have access to see the water strainer. We'll be able to tell if water is making its way into the engine. Okay, and we're going to prime the engine. We're going to do this by turning this key on and then turning it off. Turn it on, turn it off. Turn it on, turn it off. We do this to prime the engine. We're not starting it, just priming it. We'll do it a few times. Okay. And we'll hit that start button later, but first we're going to fake a lake. So we'll end up putting one of these little plunger cups on there that's connected to a hose. And we'll turn it on and let the water out. So there we go, engine's got water. Click the start button. And once it starts, we'll quickly check it, make sure water's making it into the engine. And there you go. You can see the water there pumping in. That's how you know the water's making its way in. And the impeller's installed correctly. And we'll check down here for any leaks. And I don't see anything leaking, so it looks pretty good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, think about subscribing to my YouTube channel. Keep you up to date on all my future videos, and leave a comment about what you liked or what you didn't like. Thanks again for watching.